Hey everyone, it's Sky from Arthritis to Athlete here, and welcome to my series called RA Tip of the Day. While this series of videos is targeted towards people with arthritic conditions, don't click away just yet if you don't have one. These tips are designed to be very applicable to anyone wanting to live a happier and healthier life. If you're new around here, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Sky from Arthritis to Athlete, like I already said, and a few years ago, I was diagnosed with something called ankylosing spondylitis, which is a crippling form of spinal arthritis. And long story short, after trying so many things, but to no avail, I now have been able to stop and even reverse some of the damage that has been done, and I want to share some of the information that I've gathered with you guys. These tips are going to be great for really just about anybody, but especially if you have an arthritic condition. So, whether you do or don't, strap right in. We're going to be going on a walk, and I'll take you for my RA tip of the day. Let's jump right into it. Roll the intro. Hey everyone, so I wanted to go on a walk here, but I just found out that I lost my mic cover and I don't want to risk the audio being terrible with all the wind. So I'm just here on my front porch and it's kind of nice outside, so I wanted to be here. Anyway, hope you can forgive that just for this video. There's not going to be any cool scenery behind me, just this cold hard wall. But anyway, besides that, let's get into today's tip, and that is that single factor changes aren't really going to help you all that much. To explain exactly what I mean, let me start with a little personal story. Back about 2 years ago, whenever I was really in the trenches with my ankylosing spondylitis, just terrible crippling pain caused me to drop out of college, I was trying so many things to just help me get better. Anything. I was just looking for that one thing that was going to help. I tried cutting out dairy, I tried cutting out nightshades, I tried introducing this one food, trying this one thing, doing that one thing, but none of it really did much for me. I was just too focused on finding a single factor that was going to be the thing that helped me recover. It was only once I found something called the Pattison Program for Rheumatoid Arthritis that I really started to get my life back on track. The Pattison Program is not a single factor thing. It is a total lifestyle intervention. And at the end of the day, that's really what I needed. I needed to stop doing all the things I knew were hurting me and bring in all the things I knew were undeniably going to help me. Also, just a side note here, if you do happen to have any type of arthritic condition, I highly recommend the Pattison Program. It is amazing and you will not regret buying it. Best $50 I ever spent. Go check it out. Anyway, once I totally changed my lifestyle, I understood exactly how good I could feel and just how fast I could get there. And that got me so motivated that I never wanted to go back ever again. Like before I started the Pattison Program, I had known that things like dairy had made my symptoms quite a bit worse. But it wasn't so much worse that I just felt like I never wanted to do it again. And thus, because of that, I kind of kept deviating back to the things that were causing me more pain. And I was kind of having a hard time deciding what was causing me pain and what wasn't, because I wasn't being very scientific about it. It was just a really hard process. But once I got the lifestyle pattern onto it, it wasn't about this one thing or that one thing. It was about the overall pattern. It was about getting some type of movement, some type of blood flow or exercise every single day without fail. Doing the same thing with my nutrition. Eating the right foods that I knew was going to nourish and strengthen my body every single day. It was about getting the pattern right. Doing my meditation every single day. And once I did that, I felt so much better and so much more alive and so much more pain-free that I just felt like I never want to go back to my old style of life ever again. And that helped me stay on the right track better than anything else. If I just would have changed one thing at a time, even if I knew exactly what I had to do, it would have made it so much harder to actually comply with what I needed to do, because I just didn't feel that immediate gratification. But when I totally gave myself that lifestyle overhaul, I felt so much better that I was just like, no way, I'm not going back. I feel so good. But here's the deal. Even if you do go back after that, then you still have more motivation than you would have otherwise, because you know now how much better you can feel if you're just doing the right things. And now you know that you can get to that place again, even if you just start taking small steps. It was really about showing myself that I could do something that I set my mind to. I could do it, and that's what I needed to know. I didn't just need to know it in here, I needed to feel it from my body to really get that motivation within me. And here's another example. A few months ago, my older sister started experiencing some really telltale signs of type 2 diabetes. And we were all kind of worried. We really didn't want her to have to go on metformin. We didn't want her to have to take that route. So I did a bit of counseling with her. I mean, I say it was counseling, but it wasn't really counseling. It was really just me giving her really, really great, safe advice of, hey, let's increase your fruit and vegetable intake, your whole grain and legume intake, and let's just decrease all the things that you know aren't doing you all that well. A bunch of meat, a bunch of cheese, a bunch of ice cream, a bunch of oil, a bunch of processed food. Let's just get rid of that and just try it for a week and see how you feel. She had had symptoms of pre-diabetes for almost half of her life, and now she was starting to experience some telltale signs of type 2 diabetes. However, after only a week on a totally whole foods plant-based diet, she felt so good that she was like, I don't ever want to go back to eating dairy again. I don't want to eat ice cream. I feel so much more clear mentally. I feel so much more energy. I just feel good. And she didn't want to go back. That typical thing of, oh, I eliminate a food that I'm really attached to, and oh, I have these cravings and I just gotta go back to it. She had some cravings, but they weren't like that, man. She was just like, no, I know how that stuff makes me feel, and it's like poison to me now. I don't want that stuff. And that's how it is with me. I don't look at ice cream and say, oh, that looks good. Like, yeah, it looks good, but I'm like, I don't want that. I know what that entails for my body. I know what that entails down the road, and it kind of helps because I have kind of a condition that makes it very apparent very quickly that I did something wrong. But anyway, I think I've said enough. I think you're starting to get the point. It's really about a total lifestyle overhaul and not just changing one factor at a time, because then it's just hard to parse out what makes you feel better. And then even whenever it does make you feel better, it doesn't make you feel so much better to where it motivates you to keep doing it. And hey, you know, this kind of goes along with New Year's resolution kind of stuff too. If you have something that you want to do, don't just kind of inch your way towards it. At the beginning of this new year, give yourself a kick in the butt and give it a week or two and just do it. Just give yourself an entire lifestyle overhaul. That way you can feel the effects of how much something is benefiting you very quickly. That way, you'll never want to go back. Now, I understand this might not work for every single person with every single thing every single time. But I can sure as heck tell you from personal experience, as well as a couple scientific studies on behavioral therapy that I've read, that this is definitely going to benefit you and whoever you're trying to help in the future. So give it a try. Give yourself an entire lifestyle overhaul. If you want to know more about how to give yourself that entire lifestyle overhaul with your health and wellness, check out my channel. I have several videos where I give practical tips and even some what I eat in a day videos to give you some ideas. And hey, my content's not going anywhere. I'm going to keep uploading in the future. So stick around. All right, everybody. Well, I think that about wraps things up. Thank you so much for watching. As always, if you got any value out of this video, please consider adding value back to my channel by liking, commenting, and hitting that subscribe button down below, as well as the bell icon next to it. That helps my channel out a bunch. All right, and with that, I will see you guys very, very soon, and God bless.